Bird of Prey 5. El Karuga.
Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Garoga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird of Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird of Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to the members only stream for Tuesday, February 13th, 2024. This is the second Tuesday of the month, the day before Valentine's Day. And Qapla all, welcome. Welcome. The channel recently passed 3,000 subscribers. This morning, we actually past 3,000 subscribers, which ordinarily I would be really thrilled about. But of course, considering that our own LDG this morning passed, almost hit 20,000 subscribers. Went from 10,000 to 20,000 pretty much within 24 hours. It's a little hard pressed to be excited at hitting 3,000, but it is what it is. So I'll take it. I'll take it for the win that it is. And a big congratulations to Jedi Bill, who hit 2 million with an M YouTube views as of early this morning, Karoga time. Congratulations, Bill. 2 million views. That's across the channel, but it is well done, and it is what it is. So, congrats. That said, let me say hello. I did put a poll in the chat. I would like everybody to vote on. Also, if you need the link to join the panel, well, it's right there in the chat, but it's also pinned. Now, if it's pinned, it might be blocking the poll. or the poll might be blocking the pinned comment. I think the poll blocks the pinned comment. So if you need to get to it, you can always dismiss the poll or just click the other link. This doesn't look like there's going to be a whole lot of comments that this link is going to be thrown away anytime soon. But currently is the poll I have up. Should we change the member streams to be the 5th of every month? 5, Brittle Prey 5. So the 5th of every month, instead of being the second Tuesday of the month. People find it more confusing to have to figure out what the second Tuesday of the month is, and I get it. Plus, if it's the 5th of the month, well, then, some people can come on weekends. Some people can come on weekdays. Some people can never come on Mondays or Tuesdays or Saturdays, for that matter. So if it's the 5th of every month, some months you'll be able to come. Some months you might not be able to come, but it opens it up to potentially more people some of the time instead of some people all of the time and some people none of the time. I could go either way. So it's really just want to hear back from what you guys think. And we'll go from there. Currently, it's only 6 votes, but currently it's 2 to 1 saying not to change it. But again, we're only 6 votes in. That's a statistical anomaly. It could end up either way. But currently, the vote is to keep it the same. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, good afternoon, says Captain Fandom Nerd. Good afternoon, Captain Fandom Nerd. Jedi Bill says second Qapla. Roberto Bray 5 Qapla. Jedi Bill, the first Qapla was early this morning in the underground. LDG was sound asleep. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello in Qapla. Hail, Karoga. Hail, Karoga. Hail to you, not Ryan Johnson. And Yvette, the lovely Yvette, says, good evening, Bird, and everyone. Good evening to the lovely Yvette. Mike Richards is greeting from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Hope you are well. I put the link out. Maybe would like to join the panel. LDG at Free the Net. Waves, Qapla LDG. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47. And LDG says, congrats on 3K. Thank you, LDG. It is appreciated. Mike Richards says, woot woot. Thank you. And Jedi Bill says, congratulations. Congrats, Bill, obviously, to you and your own 2 million breakthrough today. And of course, LDG, right on the cusp of 20,000 subscribers himself. LDG says, option 3, Bird 2, Bird does 2 member streams a month. Press 1. That's not the option. Pop Culture Curator says, Qapla, Bird 5. Bless you and your family, sir. Thank you so much, Pop. Qapla, bless you as well. Todd Jenny says, I nominate Jason Saint, aka Epic Beard, to ascend to the god seat of Karoga. Long live alpacans. I'm a fan of Epic Beard as much as anyone else, but the seat of Karoga, the god seat of Karoga, is just not in his bloodline. Sorry. Pop Culture Curator says hello to everyone. And Todd Jenny says, hail, Bird. Thank you, Todd Jenny. And Mike Richards, with his 11-month Karogan membership, says, hail, Karoga, and congratulations, Bird. Thank you, Mike Richards. Again, 11 months as a friend of Karoga. So it is our member stream. It is a Tuesday. It's the second Tuesday of February 2024, leap year, leap February, in fact. And we are, for the first time, at 3,006 or so members, 306 something. We'd been up to close to the 3,000 mark. We may have even hit the 3,000 mark previously, like 6-8 months ago, and then we kind of slowly dripped down. But now we picked back up, and we'll see. We'll see where things go from here. I don't know. I don't know. I do know that we're unlikely to get the LDG numbers because just because I've already had to fight with YouTube once, and today they again, they didn't demonetize me, but they basically stopped me from being able to use promotions on the video I was getting the best results on, which was surprisingly a live stream I did, the bed life I did back on November 13th of this year, which happened to be my 45th birthday. It was a nice stream, I thought, and people who heard that stream for whatever reasons had a pretty good chance of becoming a subscriber, of joining the channel. But yeah, for whatever reason, YouTube, when I sent a second membership or a second ad to draw money and eyes to that video, YouTube looked at it and said, this looks like election interference. Yep, election interference. And they said, nope. In fact, we're going to go ahead and drop the previous, drop the previous that you had already done. And yeah, like, goodbye. Like son of a bitch. Now you gotta appeal it, or just sit here twiddling my thumbs. So I did put in the appeal, but it'll take, according to them, a few days to a week to make an answer. In the meantime, if they don't answer, I might as well just create a new account, not a new account, a new request for a completely separate review, completely separate, a completely separate ad, because the next person to look at it will probably, they'll have a 50-50 chance, I guess, of deeming it whether it's appropriate or not. So why take the risk at this point? You know, it is what it is. Mike Richards says, and thank you to LDG. LDG says, no problem. And Mike Richards says, poo tube shenanigans. That is the problem. Shenanigans. Hey, what's the name of that restaurant that you like? Shenanigans? Next person to say shenanigans again, going to be, I don't know. Wait, what did the guy say? We're talking, of course, about Super Troopers, one of the funnier movies from the, I don't know, late 90s, early 2000s. I don't even remember if Super Troopers, let's see, what year did Super Troopers come out? What year did Super Troopers? 2002. 2002, early 2000s. So, okay. And of course, Super Troopers 2 didn't come out until 2018. 2018. And then there was Beer Fest, which was made by the same people who did Super Troopers. And Beer Fest was pretty funny. And of course, at Beer Fest, they talked about, at the very end of Beer Fest was supposed to be like Weed Fest. It was supposed to be their sequel. And again, it was supposed to be, well, Americans are going to be at a big disadvantage because weed was illegal pretty much everywhere in the country way back in 2006 when Beer Fest came out. Of course, 10 years later, weed is legal pretty much everywhere in the, well, half the country. Weed is basically illegal. And I don't even think it would make a funny movie anymore, because it's like, well, you know, you can pretty much get high on weed without repercussions almost anywhere in the country. Even where it's illegal and been illegal, it's either legal already or it's just a joke. And nobody really goes to jail over weed anymore unless you are, you know, really particularly hated either for your skin color or you're in a more just society for your lack of character. But yeah, it is what it is. You know what? I never liked Beer Fest. I never liked. I did like Club. What was it? Club Dread. They did a. They did a joke movie that took place on a holiday island. That was funny. They did Slammin' Salmon. I think that was funny. So, yeah. And then, yeah, so 2018 Super Troopers 2. Quite the list, the length. Mike Richards talking about YouTube shenanigans. Jeff B says, Qapla Bird. Thanks to whoever gifted me a membership. Jeff B, it was probably LDG. LDG gifted 20 or 25 memberships yesterday. And he's pretty much doubled our memberships. Now we had 30. We had 30 to 35 members, and now we've got 55, I guess. So didn't quite double, but pretty close to doubling the memberships last night. So it was very, very generous of him. Congratulations again to LDG. We have trying to see if does YouTube oh, we got 14 people here watching. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Does anybody else want to come up on the panel or talk about? I'll put the link in again for anybody who might want to come up on the panel. Or if anybody like to talk about anything that interests you, anything you want, questions about the panel, questions for me. Now is your time to ask. You can do so in the chat. You can do so on the panel, whatever is easier. Jeff. Bradley Briggs says, I got my membership refilled, saw the email. And you know what, Bradley? That is exactly what LDG was hoping would happen. LDG membership storm, as he puts it, it was a big hope that people would see emails and be reminded to come to the channel. Jeff B. Shenanigans on the Irish pub on Ocean City, Maryland Boardwalk is awesome. Very cool. And Qapla, pop culture curator.
Qapla, sir, it's so good to see you. Hello to everyone in the chat.
Thank you. And yes, very good to see you. Todd Jenny says, sorry, Bird, still at work. No worries, Todd. And Mike Richards says he's not a panel kind of guy. Sorry. No worries, Mike Richards. But thanks for being here.
I consider it an honor, so thank you, sir.
Thank you. You are also always welcome.
Well, and I can always look forward to it, knowing that it's drama free. I've been to so many stressful panels lately. This is like a breath of fresh air, and I appreciate it.
I do my best. Andrew Jules says hello, listening and driving. Qapla, anti-derivative, Jill. And Captain Fandom Nerd says hello to Jill. And Deej is in the house. Qapla Deej.
Bring the drama.
Ah, we're here to bring the drama.
Hello, Deej. How are you doing there, sir? You holding up?
I'm holding up. At least I'm not hungover anymore.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing well. And Bird, please say hello to Mama. Pray for us.
Oh, I will. Mama Pray. Hello from Pop Culture Curator.
Well, hello from me too. Just don't send me any special packages.
No special packages. Don't worry, she's not sending any special packages. Deej, don't send Deej any special packages.
Well, if I knew the luck that special package would have brought, I would have kept it. But I think it's I guess a lucky special package.
That is true.
Look what happened.
Look what happened. LDG gets that package.
No, let's not talk about the LDG thing again.
Just saying, he gets that package. Next thing you know, 10,000 subscribers.
Well,
then 20,000.
Yeah, it's 20,000 now.
And you keep getting blocked with your promotions. I should have kept it.
That's not fair. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it was I was getting blocked even when we had it.
Oh, okay. So it's only lucky for him.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's because he didn't have one before that. Now he does.
Oh, he has one that. Oh.
Is it a secret what he got? I think I missed it. Is it public knowledge?
Oh, Mama Pray sent LDG as a joke. Well, okay. So last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, LDG, as a half joke, said that he would be willing to look at another guy's private parts so he could determine if a picture that was posted somewhere was really of that guy or not.
Oh, so you can identify.
He asked for. He said. Well, he said that he had an identity, a super whatever that photorealistic memory. So that he
of
saw
everyone's genitals.
Right, like
okay.
Right, so I genitals.
Yeah, we hear that every day, right?
Genitals appeared on the stream, but then the stream was deleted. So we have no way of knowing if that person, if it was their genitals or not. But he had a photographic memory. So he said, well, if that person sent him a picture of their genitals, he would be able to determine if the genitals that were on camera were of that person or not.
After very careful study and consideration.
So
even if the stream was deleted, if said stream was done on StreamYards, there would still be a copy of it in StreamYards that could be downloaded and looked at.
Well, in StreamYards, if you reach a certain amount of time, then there's no more room.
That's me. I don't have any room left. Yeah,
I don't have any room left.
That's why I go and delete all the past.
Oh, you can. Some people do. I haven't.
Yeah, I mean, you could, but I haven't. And I don't think the person in question did. And even if they did, nobody wants to fucking look at it. Anyway, the point was it was a joke. LDG would take pictures. He didn't make it a joke. I made it the joke. So I said, oh yeah, so send your pictures to LDG. And then Mama Pray remembered that from 11 years ago, we had a gag gift that was Ciso Pray's friends were putting together a bachelorette party and had ordered a oversized phallic blow-up punching bag
oversized for most, you know. It kind of matched mine, but hey, we can continue on now.
Anyway, so taking the opportunity to get rid of junk in the house for a random chime, that we could actually mail it out rather than receive it ourselves. Mama Pray, we mailed it to LDG, and he opened it. He opened it this week.
Unboxing on camera?
He unboxed it, but in the underground.
Oh.
So it wasn't live
Okay.
on his channel. But he did record it.
And if you go to a live stream of Jedi Bills late in the week last week, it did appear live on there with LDG, because there is a part where it looks like LDG is snipping it.
Right, I didn't even see that one myself. But
that's because it was the middle of the night when we did it.
Right.
Well, congratulations, LDG.
So that was the joke. Mama Pray will not be sending penises to anyone else.
Oh. Sad but understandable.
Mike Richards is to Deej to attack. Professor Brainy Specs is in the house. Qapla, Professor. And Nemesis of Eden says, hail to us beautiful beings.
Hello, Nemesis. I hope you're doing well, sir. I'll hopefully see you later tonight.
Yes, I apologize for the genital talk.
No need to apologize. I asked the question.
Bradley Briggs says something bad happens on stream. Nincompoop dude. Nincompoop dude.
Okay, there it is. You can see it right there. LDG sniffing it.
Well, it's almost like he's.
Yep. Really?
Okay.
Okay.
I can barely see that.
All I see is LDG sitting there. Unless I didn't, maybe I misunderstood.
All right. I'll do it one more time.
Okay.
If you look, the upper LDG, but you got to look at the lower LDG.
You're just looking at something, leaning forward. It looks
look at the one further down below.
I am. There's two of them, right? I'm looking at the one down further away from the camera.
Yeah, and it's right there in front of his face.
It's hard to.
Oh, it could be. I don't know what it looks like. I guess it could be.
Yeah, it's really hard to see.
If you look at it on the Jedi Bill stream, it's much clearer because it's much bigger.
That's okay. I think I can imagine what it probably looks like. Thank you, though.
Bird's channel is not rigged, Professor.
Hey, Jim's Landscape, Qapla.
Hey, Jim, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we just came off an amazing, fantastic stream on Jill's channel. We covered the original series episode, Whom Gods Destroy. The beautiful Yvonne Craig. You never get tired looking at her.
Yeah, I was there for a good part of that stream.
Does it stop snowing yet, Bird?
It has stopped snowing. In fact, I can. I'll show what it looks like outside at the moment. This is what's going on outside.
That's how it looks outside my house. I can't wait for that snow to melt away.
That's not much.
It's not.
Like 2 inches at most.
Yeah, well, maybe 3, but certainly not as bad as we were worried about.
You got a spider web on the basement cam.
Yeah,
not in the way.
Yeah, that's once in a while you see it crawl by. It gets all freaky.
Well, there you go. Just put the spider cam on and run it all night, and people can watch the spider crawl around.
Yeah. Mama Pray has gone down there. to try and clear it, but once the light goes on, it literally disappears.
Is it an infrared light or no?
Yeah, it's an infrared light.
Okay.
So it's only visible in infrared. Once the visible light spectrum comes on, it's completely gone.
I wonder if the spider can see infrared. Some species can.
Yeah. And even though she goes down there with a brush, I don't know where the hell this is, because a broom or brush, it doesn't go away. So I'm thinking it's actually like inside the camera.
In the lens?
Yeah. I think it might be.
Interesting.
I think it might be within the camera housing itself. I'm not sure. So.
Howdy, Dandelion Bluff.
Hey, Dandelion.
Hello there, Dandelion. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Spider Cam, does whatever.
Jim's got snow. No snow, but green grass. Well, I'd be happy too.
How come Professor Brainy Specs keeps saying you're rigged?
He gets mad that I know his games are rigged.
And
his stream with Life with Matthew this week, that was rigged too.
And I just looked at that bird. Spiders can see infrared light. So
And
that means
spiders,
you're waking the spider up. Yeah, every time the light comes on, you're waking the spider up, I guess.
It's on 24/7. So
yeah, because
only
it's
goes
dark
off. Only goes off on the rare occasion that the door opens in the daylight. To the outside.
Right.
Mike Richards asks, Bird, what are Karoga's future military plans? Well, I thought we'd destroy Kurdistan once and for all. And then we take a look at Bunnyland.
In this what?
Mm-hmm. Bradley Briggs says cold 1 minute, hot the next. Here in Texas, it's a very annoying weather this time of year. Yeah, I heard Texas, it's usually hot or very hot. It's cold. It's not usual for you guys.
It's strange weather this year.
I am playing my little violin. For the Texans will have to deal with the cold for once. I mean, don't get me wrong. While I do give you props for the power play of sending the illegals to New York City. There's part of me that says, well,
yes.
Well, now you can enjoy some cold weather in place. Like New York City somehow found a way to send our cold temperatures to you.
The weather's really been strange this whole part of the country, California, New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas. Weather's been pretty extreme this year. Sorry about the noise.
No worries. Dandelion says, I'm good, just listening in from work. Professor Brainy Specs says, in order to win this stream, people have to bribe Bird. Rigged. Nemesis of Eden says, I like to think spiders can switch their vision like the predator and swap through lenses.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Professor says, how was Matthew's stream rigged? Well, for one, you guys were watching Babylon 5, which, as we all know, is just a rigged version of Deep Space Nine.
Actually, Deep Space Nine ripped off Babylon 5.
No.
Yes.
Fake news.
Oh,
yes.
That's
Fake
a touchy
news.
subject, isn't it?
It's true. It's true.
Listen, Deej, this is, you haven't read Klingon until you've read it in the original Shakespeare. Never read Shakespeare until you've read it in the original Klingon.
Hey, you're starting to mumble like Joe Biden.
I know, I caught my Joe Biden.
You're doing Joe Biden. It's a verb now.
It was a Joe Biden impression. The president of Mexico is blocking Palestine. God damn it. I'm not old. I'm very old.
I can't believe they still deny that. What BS.
Oh my God. We can't talk about this. No, I'm kidding. We can. I'm not going to put this in the advertisements.
He can't talk about this if his sister's around because she'll slap him.
That's true. Bradley Briggs says, y'all here, they recently proved why bugs are attracted to artificial lights. It's part of the way they control flight. The bugs aren't attracted to the light. They think they are flying like they should.
That's interesting.
Nemesis of Eden says, weather has been extreme here in Canada too. Minus 40 to plus 6 in a few weeks' time. And of course, minus 40 is minus 40 regardless of Celsius or Fahrenheit. But then the plus 6, he clearly means Celsius. Professor Brainy Specs says Deej is correct, Bird. And I love both Babylon 5 and Deep Space Nine, says Professor Brainy Specs, who clearly is lying or rigged or whatever. You can only pick one.
You can appreciate both.
You can appreciate both if you agree that Deep Space Nine is the better of the two.
No.
Listen, I allow people to have their own opinions on almost everything. Okay? You want to have your own opinion on abortion, you have your own opinion on how math works, you want to have your own opinion on the shape of the planet, whatever. But
Babylon 5 has the hotter women.
But when it comes to whether Deep Space Nine or Babylon 5 was the better show about a space station with a number in the title, I'm sorry, it's Deep Space Nine every time, and
No,
twice.
five comes
Twice on
before
Sunday.
9. 5 comes before 9.
I have 5 in my name. That doesn't mean that Deep Space Nine isn't the better show. Professor Brainy Speck says, why limit yourself to just one? Well, because one has to be better than the other. So
No,
9 is better.
1 is the loneliest number.
And it's except 2, although 2 is the loneliest number since the number 1. It doesn't matter, Deej. Don't use your math, your math trying to weasel your way out of this. Nemesis of Eden understands the question. He says, I like DS9 myself. And JP's, hey JP's, says, oh, I'm in the super special secret meeting. And Babylon 5 is pure trash. There he is. JP's. Qapla. Professor Brainy Specs says they both have things they are better at. It's not simply one is better than the other. It's much more nuanced. Your nuances, nuances. You have to, you're going to be dropped off on a desert island with just you and a Blu-ray player and or a DVD player and a television and some electricity from solar panels. And you get to pick. You can bring either Babylon 5 or Deep Space Nine. Pick, and pick quickly.
Babylon 5.
And if you answer Babylon 5, God help you.
And I would put one of the White Stars up against the Defiant any day, and the White Star would kick the Defiant's ass every time.
What's a White Star?
Idea what a White Star is, but
the
you're
White
wrong.
Star was part of the fleet that the Minbaris and humans created. That was made with Vorlon technology to fight the shadows.
Is it Vorlon,
Minbari? It doesn't even make any sense. This is all nonsense words.
Because you don't know the show.
I think that's the ones with the bad hair. I don't know, most of them had bad hair. I never liked the makeup on that show. But I know that's a different issue.
Oh, the bad hair ones were the Centauri.
Those are the guys with the fucking like a broom on the top of their head.
Yeah, that was Centauri.
I don't know how to describe the one I'm thinking about. He's like bald on top. He's got like a ring of hair that looks kind of like Bozo the Clown.
Yeah, that's
he has
Centauri.
black hair. Oh,
sorry.
I don't know. I mean, when you tell yourself, you look at that character, it's like, okay, that's supposed to be an alien from another planet. Yeah, okay.
Right. JP says, stop singing hippie music, Deej. Nemesis of Eden says, ouch. I'm sure Babylon 5 has its merits. I've never seen it. I have seen it. And I can assure you, Deep Space Nine is better. And don't get me wrong, it's not them saying Babylon 5 is trash. But I am saying Babylon 5 should be hauled away as trash.
Which one of those two had Billy Mooney in it? Was it Deep Space Nine or?
No, Babylon 5 had Billy Mummy in it. He was a Minbari.
At least I give them credit.
That's
not the one I was thinking about.
Mama Bray started the fist fight in the that comes after be hauled away as
garbage. The Mama Bray gets up, flips the tables, and attacks.
She got it.
You're right, Deej. I'm not talking about because I've seen pictures of Billy Mooney in the makeup. That's not the character I was talking about when I said I didn't like the makeup. But what I'm talking about is this guy that's heavy set, bald on top, and he's got a ring of hair black. And I'm telling you, it's exactly
that's a Centauri.
Oh, sorry, I get the names mixed up. They sound the same. I apologize.
JP says, anytime someone picks Babylon 5, I will burn a pile of books.
Babylon 5.
Yeah. Take that, Professor.
There you go, you book burner.
Mike Richards said, sadly, I've never seen Babylon 5. Well, Mike Richards, if you're up at, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, Life with Matthew and Professor Brainy Specs have started watching from the first season.
One of the streaming services, I think maybe Tubi has it too.
Qapla Tokyo Gaijin.
And Jeff B points out Babylon 5 had Chekhov.
That is true.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Nemesis of Eden says, to be fair, most sci-fi terms seem like jargon unless you're into the subject. Yeah. And it was Professor. We are watching Babylon 5 on Monday nights on Matthew's channel. Jeff B says Babylon 5 was must-see TV. DS9 was boring after someone became an emissary. He became an emissary in the first episode.
Apparently, that's when it got boring, apparently.
It got boring in the first episode. Oh, my God.
That sounds like my opinion on some of those shows.
47 says DS9 had the Cisco.
So Babylon 5 was
Indeed.
also based around a space station, is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, Rock Solid, buddy? How
Hi.
you doing? No
You're
sound.
muted.
But his light's off on his microphone, the rainbow light.
You're muted.
Not yet.
Nope.
Yeah,
No
I can't
audio.
hear you.
Not yet. Smoke signals, maybe? Not yet. Usually his mic is lit up. You can see the rainbow lights flashing when he talks, but it looks like it's turned off. Nope, that is
I
on.
see the light. But
I see the light, but no sound.
Right, the lights are on, but no one's home.
I could read lips. He said, "What the fuck?" There.
Right.
I could read those lips. On the nose.
What game is that? He's got a coin-op video game. Very cool.
He's got several coin-up games.
Oh, I used to have pinball
Mhm.
games. I miss those days.
Oh boy, here comes Pickles.
In, out. Hey,
You
Les.
can't start talking. Hey, what's going on, Pop? You can't start talking about Babylon 5. You knew I would be coming in here with your lies and mistruths and fake news and misinformation, okay? If it wasn't for Babylon 5, DS9 would not have been as good as it was.
So you like Babylon 5 as well, LDG?
The original DS9, yes. Yes, I love it.
No, Babylon 5.
That's the
what he
original
calls-
DS9.
Oh,
That's what he calls the original Deep Space Nine.
okay.
Hey, Pop, I don't know if you
Rock
knew this, but
solid.
the creator of Babylon 5 went to Paramount with like the entire 5-year plan.
Oh,
And
yes.
they basically copied the shit.
Yep, and that's not the first time. Indeed, Ron Berry. Yep, it happens quite frequently. I've heard. Sad. It's terrible.
Yeah, tell me about it. But like I said, if it wasn't for that, DS9 could have been a million times worse.
Special Brainy Specs. Because both shows had Bill Mummy. It was just DS9 only had him for one episode.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Do you know what character he played, Bird? Do you know who that is?
No, I don't know who that even is.
All right, I don't think you've seen Lost in Space.
No, not really.
Yes, Tokyo.
I have to say that's a
Bird
shame,
talks.
Bird. I think you would like it if you gave it a chance. If you ever want to, I cover it on Mondays.
No, thank you. I don't know. Tokyo says, I see B5 hate machine is alive and well.
You know what? Brainy Specs, if you're there listening, talk to Life with Matthews. And since you guys are doing Babylon 5, I dare anybody to take a 1-for-1 scene from Babylon 5 and take the DS9 equivalent and play them side by side and, like, you know, give it a review or something. Because I guarantee you, any Ivanova speech blows any Kira speech out of the water tenfold.
All this.
Okay? I
this.
guarantee you, freaking Londo. what's his name? Oh dear God, I'm gonna start forgetting names. Cardassian. They got punched for real.
Oh, Ducat.
Ducat. Yeah, I mean Ducat was good, but Londo was a million times better.
Hey, LDG.
And these are one-to-one character comparisons. They're counterparts.
LDG.
Yeah.
Would you agree with me that a single white star could kick the ass of the Defiant?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah, it could. You kidding me?
Yeah, but that's like, I mean, you're comparing
Bios,
it's not apples and oranges.
Technological ship. I mean,
That's like
the
saying
damn
the
thing had
Enterprise-
hyperdrive, which I think is faster than warp drive, if I remember correctly.
Well, but that's like saying the Enterprise should kick the butt of the Battlestar Galactica. I'm sorry.
Actually, I think a white star could kick the Enterprise's ass. Any version of the Enterprise.
That's all fiction. So it's easy to make one thing overpower the other.
Oh, we're nerding out, but yeah, totally.
I know, that's
hell
fine.
Yeah.
So what somebody going to share a picture of what this white star looks like?
All right, I'll get a picture of the white star.
Hello, Rockstar.
And the white star look better too.
Still no audio.
Yeah, I'm curious.
What?
No, there we
it is.
go.
Yay!
There we go.
Welcome.
Hey, Rock.
I figured since this is the last month I'll be able to get on one of these for a while. I might as well pop up.
We're all rooting for you, sir. I hope it gets better.
Yeah. It only takes 1 month to get things back in order.
Just remember, if you go that way and not that way, they can't sew you up.
Ah, jeez.
All right.
It's down the road. Not,
This is a white star.
oh,
Not to be confused with a brown starfish.
it looks so fake.
Is it CGI or do they use models?
It's
They use
clearly
CGI for everything, I thought.
It's early CGI. Yeah, it's early
That's
CGI.
what I thought. Yeah, that's what I remember. That's what I thought. But when I first started checking out the show when it was new, it kind of turned me off, to be honest. It looked kind of cartoonish, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah. Looks like something
You got to use your imagination. You know what I mean?
Well
What's the
designed.
part of being science fiction with no imagination?
Oh, I
Like
know.
that?
an 8-bit Nintendo game.
Well, it's like I could.
Hey,
It wasn't that
hey.
bad. Hey, it
Get
wasn't
him,
that
Rock
bad.
Solid. Get him.
Not bad. They look beautiful. Screw you.
I can only suspend disbelief so far. That's like people keep asking me if I watch Farscape. I can't because of the puppet. You know, I can go so far and then just it's not if it's not realistic. It takes me out of it. Sorry.
But the inside of the base blows the inside of Deep Space Nine out of the water. I'm sorry, but the inside of Babylon 5, those shots, those sets, totally sold it.
Bradley Briggs says, I saw a DS9 episode last night. It was the one where Cisco gets stuck in time and Jake spends his entire life
Can't watch that
fixing
one.
it. It's a great
The
episode.
Visitor?
The Visitor,
Can't watch
yeah.
it.
It's a tough one to watch.
Especially if you've lost a parent.
I've lost both of mine, but I haven't seen the episode.
47 Yorktown says, no one hates Babylon 5. We just like DS9 more.
Are
That's
you
a
sure
fair-
about that?
Well, I can't say no one hates Babylon 5, but I don't hate Babylon 5.
Do they have do they have conventions for those shows? I know they do for DS9, obviously Star Trek, but does the other one have?
Sure, there are.
Yes,
Oh,
they do.
Well, I mean, Babylon
Well-
5 will go to conventions like, you know,
Star Trek.
no, well, no, like
I was saying similar.
Sci-fi
like
cons.
a nerd convention, like you know,
Ah.
San Diego Comic Con.
Ah,
Oh, yeah,
Yvette's on my
yeah.
side. Yvette's on my side.
And
That's
I haven't
on your
seen.
side.
I haven't seen either one, so I'm not gonna criticize.
Well, I mean, I'll give it a Deep Space Nine. Any Jake Sisko episode is a million times better than any Wesley episode. Matter of fact, better than all the Wesley episodes put
Anything's
together.
better than the Wesley
That's not
episode.
saying much.
I mean, the only cringe episode with Jake Sisko was that Muse one. That one was kind of, but like the one where he was like buying Latinum with him and Nog, and they ended up getting a whole bunch of Terratax or whatever the hell it was, and Self-Seam was stealing some bolts. Sealing stem bolts. There we go.
Stem bolts.
I mean, yeah, totally. Especially the one where he was like in the war and whatever, and almost got killed, and got to see that one. Yeah, I mean that was awesome. Siege. No, that wasn't. Was that Siege?
No.
No, that was the other one.
No, there was it was. I don't remember the title. It was him and Dr. Bashir.
Yeah.
Or stuck on that. Yeah.
Oops, pardon me for a moment.
Someone's backing up.
It's me.
You're the problem. It's me.
That's his cigarette making machine battery dying.
That's not my cigarette making machine. I was
I
backing
gotta
up.
replace your batteries.
Don't run on batteries.
Not Ryan Johnson says LDG was blocking Rock Solid from speaking. Professor Brainy Specs says Voice on Yorktown, Babylon 5 has the one.
Right. That first talk's all about the one.
Nemesis of Eden says DS9 had Rene Auberjonois. He was a pivotal role in one of my favorite games, Fallout New Vegas. He was a hell of an actor.
I remember him clear back on Benson.
Captain Doomfinity says, I need to rewatch every Star Trek episode with time travel. That's going to be a whole lot of episodes. And JP says, oh, here we go. Another Babylon 5 arse sniffer. Nemesis of Eden says, I hear White Star and think of a space Titanic. Yeah, me too. I think of like an ocean liner in space. I think of it from Futurama, the space Titanic crashes into.
They had a space Titanic in Doctor Who too.
With neutrons.
Kylie Minogue died on it.
JP says that's horrible CGI. It is. That's the hardest thing of watching Babylon 5 right now is dealing with the CGI. Nemesis of Eden says that's not what I was expecting, but the White Star still looks cool. It looks like a video game to me. Bradley Briggs is a miniature version of the Andromeda Ascent. Professor Bernie Speck says the White Star would wipe the floor with the Defiant. The shadows would rip to shreds the Dominion. I don't know, that ship.
Bird, when did you start getting so many followers on here that were on drugs? That's what I want to know.
Not on drugs. I'm just drinking Fireball.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just you know.
I cracked.
You're not going to beat the USS Pimp Hand.
Exactly.
Ascendant wouldn't kick anybody's ass. It fired missiles.
Tokyo Gaijin says they use CGI that was slightly better than my skills at present. Babylon 5 had pre-rendered computer graphic ships. Didn't age well.
No, but by the end of the Babylon series, the CGI got way better.
Well, because it couldn't have gotten much worse.
Tokyo Gaijin said super tough episode to watch. Tony Todd and Avery Brooks, or Avery, were both on their A games. I assume they mean the visitor. JP's got a seething hate on for Babylon 5. And that's where Yvette said she was for Babylon 5 over DS9 as it came out first. Tokyo says if Rick Berman has the DS to Shay M's, we would have had a Star Trek Babylon 5 instead of 2 shows to fight over. Oh, to J. Michael Stravinsky. Gotcha. Jim's landscape says self-sealing symbols. Indeed. Tokyo says, hey, Rock Solid, after I get paid in 2 weeks, I'll buy a membership for you. Hopefully at least one more helps.
I appreciate it. This community has been just amazing. I had hopes and I didn't know what it would be. And yeah, let's just say people have been amazing. We're not there yet, but it's been good.
That's awesome. He says, it doesn't do anything now, but it's what I can do for you. Keep your head up, brother.
Well, let's see. I got this much Fireball left. Maybe I should do a drink stream for Rock Solid.
No.
You drink it.
Do a drink stream for Rock Solid. All funds raised during the drink stream goes to Rock Solid.
It's very.
I can't accept it from you, Deej.
Oh, hush.
You're not the boss of me. Fuck you, you
Not
fucking
the boss
Cubs
of me
fan.
either. Not the boss of me.
Fucking Cubs fan.
Wow.
You and your manager can kiss my ass. Benedict Console. Little bitch.
He clearly wanted to go to a better team.
No, clearly he wanted to get paid.
Reality is for people who can't handle drugs, says Mike Richards. Yeah, I can't handle drugs. So I resemble that comment. So, is there anything you guys want to bring up? We've probably got another 15 or 20 minutes before I got to cut this stream.
I want to know why Deej is shutting down the channel. I need you right now more than ever.
I'm not shutting down the channel. If everybody would read further into that statement, it said I was just going to go back to the old ways, just doing live streams from time to time, being back to the old ways of just having fun.
Yeah, just like when you said that Admiral Saval died.
Yeah, he's learning.
No,
He's learning what it means to have these clickbait titles.
I have clickbait titles.
I
too.
said Ambassador Saval.
Well, he learns from the best, but
so this
and
is
then
the
he
weirdest.
used his first name right after.
Check this. I'm going to share a screen, Bird. Share this for a second. Share screen. So this is for a job application. If you're a member of Gen Z or a millennial, are you kidding me? Is that not age discrimination?
It
is. It depends. What does it say?
If you're a member of Gen Z or millennial, what is the most important factor when considering a job offer?
Nice. I like it.
If you're a member of Gen Z or a millennial, what do you consider to be the most important factor in your relationship with your manager?
I mean, that is clearly age discrimination.
It's wildly I had one last night. I was on with Pickles, and what was it, Pickle? It was something about like it wasn't just what do you identify as, like are you
your
homosexual?
sexual preference.
Yeah, sexual
your
preferences.
sexual
Like,
preference.
what does that have to do with me being able to do a job?
Well, maybe they just want to see if millennials or Gen Z answer it so they know how to weed them out, because they'll be a pain in the ass.
I mean, it seems like that they should be able to get in trouble for having those out. I don't know how you parlay that into money for you,
Yeah.
but certainly from what I've learned from Ciso Prey and her human resources expertise, I mean those questions sound downright illegal. Like if the government would crack down on them somehow if they could, but I don't know how you make money from it rather than there would be a Karen and call out.
I'm going to stick by. I think they're just seeing whoever answers those questions, and if they do, they weed them out because they're going to be trouble.
Well, I mean, why not just ask? Do you what generation do you identify as?
You legally can't ask that question.
Well, no, you're not saying what generation are you. You're asking what generation do you identify?
No, but you don't even have to do that. All they got to do is look at what year they're born when they put it on the application, and they can look it up real quick to see what they are.
Yeah, but if
I guess that's how they're getting around it, because they're doing that already. So if they're asking for your birthday, which that's legal, they already know what generation you are, so they can get around asking you questions that are specific to your generation. They already know what your generation is. So what's the point? Why can't you have a generation question? You're born in the 80s, and that means you're brought up a certain way compared to people born in the 60s. It's a fact.
If you're white, you're brought up a certain way compared to if you're black. That's a fact.
No, but you can be similar. My godparents were Jamaican.
Jamaican
I
me crazy.
I spent significant time with them.
Don't stand so close to me. Don't stand.
But I can't say I was born in the millennials. Yeah, what are you going to do when there's like white people have been raised by black people and the other way around? They don't even they grew up their whole life in a black family where all the parties they went to, they're the only white person in the family. They can identify.
I'm out.
I'm
out.
We've gone off.
I was born a poor black child.
Oh Lordy, pick a bale of cotton. Oh Lordy, pick a bale of hay. Yes. Everybody should go watch The Jerk now.
Hey, I will be live streaming later, so that is possible.
Nemesis of Eden says, sounds like it's against millennials, to be honest. Tokyo says, it sounded like they're fishing. Who do they expect to hire? Gen X or boomers? And JPs wouldn't even apply.
Well, right now I don't have
I doubt they're.
I don't have the
hire
option to be
boomers.
picky, so
I don't think they're trying to hire boomers. It's probably Gen X they're looking for.
Did you apply?
Yep.
Hopefully you can.
I have sent out close to 400 resumes since Friday.
Hopefully you can find the answer to the question at some point.
It's 42.
Not that question.
The answer is always 42,
well, shit.
though.
That would have been a good question to have on the application.
I'm sorry, Bert. I had a phone call. I
Oh, no worries.
apologize. I should let you know. That's very rude. So I sincerely
it's
apologize to
not.
everyone on the panel.
It's not something you have to apologize for. Not on this type of panel. This is just us
I mean,
hanging
if we'll
around.
accept pickles, we'll accept anybody.
Right. All the calls I get right now this time of day is all doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So
I
never
get
know when they're
them
gonna
too.
call. Yeah.
Hey, that's the one upside right now in not having a phone. I don't have to put up with doctors calling me.
That's true.
Okay, let's just get something straight. You don't accept me. I accept you. Okay, let's just make sure we understand that. Okay, because I'm not coming to your underground all the time. You're coming to my underground all the time.
Because you're not invited to mine.
Yo.
Had one last night. Were you there? Nope. Did you know about it? Nope.
You were at mine last night.
Right. Because I have higher standards.
Whatever.
Tokyo Gaijin. Yes, I had applied to somewhere Saturday, and one of the application perks for the company that I applied for was like, do you want to run your application or your resume through our AI thing? I'm like, sure. And when it was done, it's like, holy shit, this is amazing. So that's actually what I've been using to apply is the AI tweaked one. So yeah.
And Jill is still listening and still driving.
I
Keep
didn't know
driving
that.
safe.
Anybody?
Drive safe, Jill. I didn't know that. So they have AI that will proofread your resume and then enhance it, make it sound better, or what does it do?
Yeah, fix like contextual errors, grammatical errors, just clean it up a little bit. See, part of my problem is, well, I have many problems. I don't have issues. I have a full subscription. Is that while I've been continually employed since I was 16, I have often changed positions within a company, and often the skill set is completely different. So my list of skills and what I was responsible for is huge. So getting things down to under a page has been a struggle.
Oh, gotcha. And to be honest, ageism is rampant. Unfortunately, I've discovered.
Oh, I know.
And it's no secret. Yeah, everyone knows.
Yeah, I'm in that in-between area where I can't even get a job at Walmart because I'm too old to stock shelves, but I'm too young
Same here.
to be at the door greeting somebody.
Same here.
See, and that's the thing is, I know that I could go tomorrow and get a retail job. I don't want to go back to it's been 23 years since I've had to do retail. I don't ever want to do it again.
Well, it's also proven that older people have better work ethic. We work harder, we get more done, we're willing to spend more hours without complaining. And the new generation is the opposite of all that. So I don't know, but they like to get them young. You can always tell when you're at a place of business and the employees are walking around with their face stuck to their phone and they're on TikTok and everything while they're at work.
Well, the one thing that works against me, though, is I'm in a university town. So a lot of the places around here won't pay going rate for a position. They want to pay an intern or someone fresh out of college. So that's the thing right now is being able to replace my income is the biggest concern.
Yeah, well, obviously. Yeah, I understand. I understand that. I know this is going to sound beneath you, so please don't take offense. But
no offense.
Have you considered just to get some cash on the table quick, something like driving for Uber or Lyft?
Looking into that, I did first time in my life I've ever had to sign up for unemployment. I did that Friday after everything went down. I have, so in addition to that, I've got YouTube, which the community, like hundreds of dollars in the last 48 hours have come in, has been just
good,
humbling.
Don't forget your only rocks.
Hey, feet sell, bitches. Feet sell.
I'm sorry. I forgot to shut up about that.
I've the number of people who have ordered from my 3D printer store, my Etsy store, I have probably 12.5 orders I've got to finish printing and fulfilling. So, including unlike me, the Dreamcast is always thinking. So, even simple stuff
Nice.
like I came up with, there is a very popular, inexpensive soldering iron called the Kesker, Ksger. And so people were looking for a soldering iron holder and stand for it. So this will hold the base of the iron. Actually, I've got one right here that's
Looks
all
pretty
loaded up, so
elaborate.
it's actually really simple. It's about a 2.5 hour print, which is nice. Come on, you unplug, you bastard. Hang on. Ah, there we go. So, like, it'll hold, the main temperature unit
Oh, I
here.
see. Yeah, nice.
The iron itself, extra tips, the tip cleaner along with your solder, and then a
Solder.
sponge. These have been selling for $40 a pop, which is like I'm floored.
What kind of return on investment is that? How much would you say it costs to print it?
Under $1.
Fair enough. Is that Etsy?
My biggest expense is shipping.
Is it like do you sell through Etsy or one of those or no?
I have my own site. I don't have this listed. I just posted pictures of this the other day on Twitter, and I've had 6 people order them. So
do they have a choice of colors?
$240. Oh, I can do pretty much whatever color people want.
Nice. Yeah, very cool.
Do clear?
Can I do clear? Yes, I can, smartass.
Just checking.
Transparent. Interesting.
Yeah, smartass.
Cloaked.
And I can even do semi-transparent. I can do sparkles. Do you want sparkles? I can do sparkles.
So you can print almost anything that you can pull the specs offline, right? Like I've seen where you can download.
Oh, I design it. This is my design.
No, I know, but can you also like download things? Like I've seen, like I sail the high seas sometimes, and they have free 3D prints that you can download. Apparently, that I guess you can do with your machine.
The respectable thing for that is if the person who shared the file has listed it that it is not for commercial.
You sell.
Yeah, please, just basically one of those, please don't sell. And I try to respect that as much as possible. Now, like, for example, so the part that holds the soldering iron, this was actually someone else's design, as was the iron holder.
All right.
I've changed this design enough. It's more than, I followed the Bad Robot design method where it's more than 25% different. Like their design did not have the spool holder for the solder.
Yours won't fail, right? You said yours won't fail.
Well, it's not that theirs would fail. It's just I've added to what they created. So
I'm just saying Bad Robot, everything they touch fails.
Oh, yeah.
So no, but my question,
I will drop my email address in the chat. Please email and let's talk, man.
No, my question wasn't so much the ethical part of downloading the everything and then printing. My question was basically, are you able to just buy designs and things and print them out and
a lot of times don't even have to buy them.
Well, that's what I was asking. I'm trying to simplify the question, but yes, okay. Is it a format, like a file format? You know how those JPEG, are there extensions on those, or how does that work?
They are. It's called an STL. Here,
okay.
Let me do this. I'm going to, and in addition to things I can download, like I said, I design stuff myself. I'll show you guys and gals and everyone here. I'm going to share screen again in a second.
I've always been interested in that stuff.
So we are going to present, share screen. So this is the software I use. It is called Tinkercad, and it's the beautiful thing about it is free. So what this here is a cleaning mechanism for the Nintendo Switch and the cartridges. Here it is, and here's my second prototype, and that's basically what it looks like printed out. And
nice.
The unique thing about this, unlike the company I used to work for that fired me on Friday, they rely on solvents. And if you know what lapping paper is, it's basically like what barbers use to sharpen razor blades.
Okay.
So they rely on a lapping paper to go in and be their abrasive to clean contacts. I'm relying on the material itself. This is carbon fiber reinforced. So that in and of itself will do my cleaning for me.
Okay, interesting. I appreciate that.
10 cents.
No, it's good. That's just it. All you have to do is figure out what there's a market for and sell it.
Right. Well, and that's the other thing is looking at like the money is spent in the time doing all this stuff here. So,
right.
Like,
Do
I
people create
designed-
these designs and then put them out for public domain?
Yes. Now, here's a perfect example of one that the creator put out for download and anyone can print, but he has asked that nobody sells it. I'm going
Sell
to
it.
rotate it here.
Nice.
So this
Well,
is
that's very
basically
detailed.
the Millennium Falcon flying through the Death Star, and it's the proper Millennium Falcon because it has the round dish.
The dish.
Yep, it's cutting off here. Hang on. I'm sorry about that. Here we go. And it's just suspended by these little lines of filament that support the model. Let me turn this around. Come here, you.
So I'm guessing it's not copyrighted. Is that correct?
Army Hearty, you're always sailing the seas here that you don't know what may exactly be or be not a copyright violation. Har. But there is a provision. There is a provision for artistry and things along those lines.
Sorry, go ahead, Bird.
Technically, I mean, clearly that's the intellectual property of Lucasfilm or Disney,
correct,
or whatever. But if you're not making any money, if you just wanted to paint if I wanted to create a painting and I painted the Millennium Falcon, there's nobody can come after me for doing that.
Right, it's usually when you try to make a profit off of it.
Right. If I'm not selling the painting, if I just want to put the painting up in my living room, so be it. If I want to share a picture of that painting with my friends, so be it. Now, until somebody starts selling that painting for profit, it's not a problem.
And the way that I look at the stuff that I create, like I've never seen anyone else do this one here. I basically look at, is it something that's commercially available now? If so, I don't touch it. Is it something that I can, other people are selling like on Etsy? If so, then, you're within that not reasonable doubt, but I would see it as more allowable than anything else.
I would guess, Stanley, they either did the math themselves or.
I was just going to ask that question, actually. Thank you, Stanley. That's what I was wondering. Is there a way, because we've seen videos, like, for example, Hollywood, where they can scan an actor's head all around, get a 3D scan of it, and then they can have it in the computer. They can do whatever they want. They can print. They can add makeup. So can you do that? Can you scan original objects and then duplicate them?
You can. I don't have the equipment to do it at this point in time. There is a tool that will allow you to actually use an Xbox Connect as a 3D scanner. But there are also commercial 3D scanners out there that are like $500 or $600 that I was looking to possibly buy later this year. And well, shit, that ain't going to happen.
Well, maybe someday, you never know. Never say never. That's interesting. Everything you print is one color, correct?
No.
You can have multicolored objects?
Oh, yeah. I can do up to 8 colors at once.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Hang on one second. Let me grab something.
Stanley says they have hand scanners for sure to make point clouds. Just wondering if they measured toy model.
Okay, gotcha.
And these all print. So the way that my older printers worked were, so for example, let me just take this apart and not break it, hopefully. Come on, you. Oh shit, I can't. So black piece, this is one component. The diffuser here, that's one component that this prints on top of. So basically the way that this version works is once the print, it prints this side up essentially for the white and the colors here. So once it gets to a specific layer height, what it would do would be I would manually swap out the white with the black or the purple. It would print a layer, then I would have to swap it out and do it again. My newer printers have the capability to do the color changes on the fly, so I don't have to do it. So like, for example, this laid down the black border on the outside. This is all one piece. This printed all at once versus that where I had to snap them together. And same thing with the, where did I put it here? Same thing with the Dreamcast. So this printed all at once, and I print the front and back separately.
Is that hollow or solid?
This is hollow because what I do, hang on here. So, and this is something I've not seen anybody else do. So I use LED strips like this for my light source. And then I have before I was using just like an USB-A pigtail for power. I've now found surface mount female USB-C connectors that I solder in and basically just solder right to here. But what I've not seen anybody else do is this just has an adhesive on back that you stick. And quite honestly, that adhesive sucks. So what I ended up designing is, if you can see them there, I have rails that this basically will slide into, and this still has the there's like a clear silicone, so it's a little bit tight. But basically what these do is even if the adhesive lets go, the rails hold everything in place, so the lights are always held in place. So
nice. Yeah, good idea.
And like this prints in about 2 hours. I can print 2 of them on one machine in about 3.5. It's the economy of scale where if you print 2, it doesn't double your print time. It's normally like a 75% increase in print time, depending on what it is. So like my switch system cleaner here, to print 1 takes 22 minutes. For me to print 4 of them, it takes less than an hour. So
now I'm guessing that these 3D printers, probably the prices range depending on how big the object is you want to print out, right?
You know, size for me. So the way that I figured is roughly for every 1 hour worth of print time is about $20 to $25 is what I charge. That covers wear and tear on the machine.
Right. I'm trying to guess the cost of the printers.
Oh, the printer itself. It depends on the speed, the accuracy, and the size, or pretty much the three components to look into on that.
Is the PLA plastic very soft?
So yes and no. So there's PLA, there's ABS, there's PETG, there's PLA Plus, there's PLA CF. There's a bunch of different filaments basically that are out there, and there's filament, which basically those printers are called FDM. I don't know what that stands for. There's also a resin type printer where basically it's like a bath and it draws the print tray out, and I don't know how it works. I just know that it does. It's very stinky, a lot of chemicals. So PLA generally is about the fastest you can print with, but it tends to be, it's not that it's soft, it's just more susceptible to warping from temperature changes. So it doesn't like extreme heat, for example. PETG has more temperature resistant characteristics, but you can't print it as fast because it tends to string a little bit and ooze more as you're printing. And the newest one is PLA Plus, which basically it has the benefits of speed of printing and the lack of stringing of PLA and the higher temperature window and capabilities of PETG. So that's what I've been going towards more is PLA Plus as of late.
And I imagine as the technology gets better and better, the speed and everything improves, obviously, right?
So I didn't get into 3D printing until October of 21 is when I bought my first printer. and it was, I mean, it worked decently. It was along the same lines. If you've ever seen what Salty Trekker has used, it's along the same lines of what he uses. I think he uses Elegoo machines. And that's actually, Bird, the stuff that I sent you, I printed off of that first printer that I had. And
it's
that was
PS5.
Yeah, his PS5 and his Picard that he broke. Son of a
Always comes
bitch.
in broken.
Yeah, whatever. And that was about $200 for a printer that was 220 millimeters by 220 millimeters by about 250 millimeters tall, was about the build area of it.
Right.
About 3 months after I bought that one, I bought a Creality Ender 3 Max, which was 300 by 300 by 300. A little bit faster, but not. Main advantage of that was just the resolution of the prints just came out cleaner and just a bigger build area. And then what I have now, I have my Ender 3 V2, my Ender 3 Max. Both of those are probably going to get sold sooner than later, just with circumstances. I still have my ANET ET4, which was my first one. I have my Ender 3 Max Neo, my Ender 3 V2 Neo, and those two are like my backup ones. Those are all like single color prints, but I can change filament to change color middle of a print. I also have a Creality K1, which I got sent for review, which is awesome. And that can, so print speed quality or print speed wise on those earlier machines, you're looking at 50 to 80 millimeters a second of filament that it could spit out. My new ones can do 10 times this, 10 times faster. It's 500 to 600 millimeters a second. So I've got my Creality K1, which is still only single color, but for like, if I just need to do the back plate on this, it's just black. So I'm good with that. And then my two Bamboo printers that have the capability of doing, they're set up right now to do 4 colors each, or I can do 1 color on one and 8 colors on the other if I move a component over from one to the other. And those print at about 500 millimeters a second. So the beautiful thing is, if I wanted to, I can print at a higher quality than what I was getting before in about the same amount of time, or I can print in the same quality faster and use less filament and have it still look better. So it's amazing just in the 2.5 years that I've been involved in it, the way things have changed and improved, and just, yeah, it's been really cool.
Bradley Briggs says the future way of building everything will be to 3D print it. They'll be 3D printing entire buildings and cars.
They're already doing 3D printing on buildings. That's been going on in Africa for probably 5 or 6 years.
Dan Lee says replicators.
Yeah, food. When can you push a button?
Oh no! Don't bring that up. Bird hates soulless meat.
Tokyo Gaijin. There are already food 3D printers out in the wild.
What do they make? Like a cake or what? I mean, obviously it's one. It's not like a free meat.
It's meat.
Printer, right?
They make fake meat.
Yep.
Ooh.
I do not like it.
Have you tasted it?
No.
He doesn't want his meat to be without a soul.
It reminds me of the movie The Fly. When he was perfecting his transportation device, he tried it with a steak. And
I don't even like
synthetic
fake taco meat that's made out of black beans and
Bird would rather eat Soylent Green than he would the fake meat.
Well, they're trying to eventually phase out all meat, which is sad. They want to replace it all with vegetables or bugs and all this other crazy stuff.
Yeah, no, they're gonna keep the meat for the elites.
Elite for the elites,
and
exactly.
Everybody else have to be eating bugs.
Exactly.
Do that. There's cows on the farm. I'll have real meat until I die.
No,
they're closing down the farms and buying them out.
Yeah. Yeah, the cows will be gone. Cows will be an endangered species. And it's going to be actually India. It's going to be the last country on earth where cows, and you won't be able to eat them there. But we're having a good conversation.
Hey, by the way, I just spoke to Hanstar. He just called me.
Oh. How's he doing?
Good. Busy. Hasn't been on YouTube for a while, but gave me a buzz and chit-chatted for a little bit just now. So anybody who knows who Hanstar is, used to do Name That Tune over with Chris Knight. He's doing well. Sounds good. Happy. You might even stop by the underground later.
I used to see him on somebody's karaoke channel.
Tokyo's Bill. Soulless meat is bland.
Well, even this, I mean, they said even with they're already selling it in mass production. This Impossible beef and stuff like at Burger King or McDonald's. People even saying those aren't good, and they're not selling. The sales are actually dropping. So they
well, part of it though too. Have you gone to a McDonald's lately? McDonald's ain't cheap like it used to be.
No, it's $20 for a burger, fry, and a soda. I'm not going back. I have no plans to anytime soon.
Hey, you just mentioned that. I was just watching a video from some woman from California running for the Senate, and she wants to raise the federal minimum wage to $50 an hour.
Why not, huh? Yeah, we'll pay $200-300 for a burger, right?
You need to raise it to $50 an hour so that you can eat some McDonald's.
Yeah, but you do that,
right?
They turn everything goes up in price.
Exactly, right.
That's for later people to deal with.
Yeah, screw everybody for now, huh?
Right now.
Okay, so you can afford McDonald's for a month till the prices kick back in.
Well, then they'll have to raise the minimum wage to $200 an hour.
Then you're paying $60 for a Big Mac.
By then, they'll just replace them with robots and all automated automatons
for a Big Mac.
Something's going to have to happen because that's not sustainable what they're charging now. People aren't going to be able to pay it. Families, for sure. To feed like a family, if you got like 4 or 5 kids, forget it.
Well, I am going to scrape all my quarters together and go to McDonald's because they have my Shamrock Shakes right now.
Yeah, I noticed that yesterday. We actually took my daughter there for a treat, and that's the
what biggest... is it? Is that like peppermint or what flavor is that?
Yeah, it's like a mint.
A mint.
Mint is terrible.
Oh, it's not.
I don't like mint, but I have to admit I do like me a Shamrock Shake.
Hush pooch. Sorry, guys.
Tokyo Gaijin says U.S. prices are the same here in Japan. Insane. Mickey D's has turned into a once-a-month treat rather than I'm hungry, this sucks food.
It does.
And he says, yeah, automated kiosk, about 10 grand for a single console, and upkeep is pennies on the dollar per day.
Replaced by robots.
Stanley says green.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Flavor. Sorry.
No, I interrupted you. It was my bad. But that's like the beautiful thing on these 3D printers. I have the infrastructure in place.
Sorry, guys, be right back.
The ability now where as long as I've got filament on hand, my cost of goods sold that's been one of my things I've been focusing on since I started doing this is, make it cheaper, make it better. And the fact that, when I was first doing these lights, I was paying for the USB-C cables or the USB cables, I was paying like $12 for 4 of them. And now with these USB-C panel mounts, I'm at like, what is it? It's 10 of them for under $2. I mean, having to reduce cost anywhere I can.
Mike Richards says, welcome to Bot Burger. Can we take your order?
All your burgers belong to us.
JP says, sandwich shake with Bailey's in it. And Stanley says, it's green. Mr. CCDV says, what's up, y'all? Hey, Mr. CCDV. We're just getting ready to end this here.
Don't you dare end it.
I got to, man. I got physical therapy coming up. I'm already.
That sounds like a you problem.
I'm already 15 minutes past where I was going to end it.
Well, thanks for having me on, Bird. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. What were you
Can
saying,
always,
Dee?
we can always go back and harass LTG in the underground.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys can certainly go to the underground and keep the conversation
what?
going.
Okay,
Give me a
okay.
minute. I'm
I
gonna
say I
do a
appreciate.
thumbnail. Fuck it. I'm gonna live stream. I'll do an Ask Me Anything. How about that?
There you
You
go.
do that too.
I appreciate the shout out for the underground, but can we not make the reason why you go to it to
Harass.
make fun of me? Yeah, exactly. I
We're
mean,
just being honest what we do every time we go back there.
yeah. Well, can't we just make it like that? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We know that's what we're doing, but we're not actually promoting it that way, kind of thing.
bad
Like,
enough
oh
we had
yeah,
to-
we're going to the speakeasy.
It's
I
bad
mean,
enough we had to wait for hours for you to get your ass out of bed today.
okay. Can we just leave it right there, please, and not go with
Sounds
the next
like
sentence? I
that
know you're
now
dying to say.
Rock Solid is going to go live. So
Yeah, I'm just. So do me a favor. You stay live until I'm done with my thumbnail. Boom, done.
you done with your thumbnail?
Well, no, until I'm done with my thumbnail, you
Oh,
got
I
to
thought
stay
you
live.
said you were done.
No, I'm just starting it.
Oh God.
Dude, I've got templates. It'll take me 5 to 10 minutes.
5
Rock-
to 10?
So Rock Solid, do you do requests? If somebody says, I want you to print this out for me, and they send you the
Absolutely.
info? Cool.
Absolutely.
Tokyo says, I don't want to get ready for work. Boo. Time for me to head out. Rox, keep your head up. Bird Qapla on the stream. Thank you, Tokyo. Hope you're well.
Yeah, take care, Tokyo.
Wow. John Bernthal refused to reprise the Punisher role in Daredevil Reborn because he hated Disney's creative direction.
Tell me you done fucked up without telling me you done fucked up.
Yep, because he loved being the Punisher. He loved being the Punisher.
Mike Richards says, I know all about physical therapy. Hang in there. Yeah, I am. Thank you, Mike. And I look forward to it, to be honest. It's the most interesting part of the week.
No, I thought that's when your trainees come by.
Trainees
always
or
that.
trannies?
Yes.
The training brigade.
All right.
CCTV says, ask me anything. Jeez.
61 away.
61 away.
60 away from the big 2-0.
Very cool.
Ever since
Congratulations, LPG.
Thank you. Since the promotion stopped today, it's been trickling, but surprisingly enough, it hasn't stopped. But it's all been browser feature. Matter of fact, I got one. Somebody reused my content. It came up as remixing, video remix.
Yeah,
Rock
they did
Solid,
that
you ever
probably
see one of
via
those?
short. Yeah, that's they did that via short. That's exactly what that is.
So you flagged
Gotcha.
it, LDG?
No, I allow it.
That's fair use.
You can, Well, not really. You can tell it to delete it, but I allow it. There's a setting that says don't allow it or allow it. Remixing of audio and video.
Okay.
But my content is Creative Commons, so you can use it without my permission. Well, you have my permission, and I allow remixing. But I never saw it show up before. Like none of my videos ever. Like I always look at my analytics, right? And I always look at that real time where it tells you. And I've never seen remix before. Today was the first time I saw it pop up.
Yep, that's what it is. Is that someone on YouTube Shorts that's remixing it?
Are YouTube Shorts even beneficial to channels as far as?
Oh hell yes.
Yeah, they are.
It has been huge for me as far as gaining subscriber and views.
Gotcha.
Holy shit, that was fast. I applied to a job 10 minutes ago and they've already sent me a rejection.
Jeez.
Is this something you wanted to show now, or is this something I'm late to the party?
What, this video or this image?
I just saw a shared screen down here. I don't know if you were just sharing this or if this is old news.
No, I told Bert I just needed a couple of minutes. I have a template to get my
his thumbnail
done.
What app is that?
Photoshop.
Okay.
I don't want to go quite that much. There you go. Pixelate, crystallize. That's the one thing that my ex-employer was never too sharp on, was I still have access to Photoshop. Yeah.
You don't
just get...
Oh.
Mr.
What?
CCTV says,
nothing.
how short can you make more film? Can you make films?
I think it's what, a minute maximum? 2 minutes? What does
Yeah.
it say?
Shorts are
It's a minute max
of a
on
minute.
YouTube.
Yeah.
No, what were you going to say there, Pickles? You have me curious now.
Private chat. Which means I don't want you actually responding to what I put in the private chat.
Why is your dick so huge? I want it. You sick bastard.
I know. I was sick.
No, I didn't. Absolutely not.
What part of I don't want you responding to? See, that's it. I'm not typing the rest. See, I tricked. I tested you. You failed. Now I'm not going to say what I really wanted to say, which I was going to type in next.
Well,
you are the weakest link.
Wrong.
Goodbye.
You know, I actually tried out for that back in '97.
As we're getting ready to end the stream, but I'm not ending it.
You may go ahead and end it, and I will be, because I still have to do my video, because I'm anal about this shit. I still have to do my video description, keywords, and all that. So I will be live in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay. So Rox, I will be live shortly. But in the meantime, Pop, is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
Join us tonight if you're so inclined. We are showing the classic Planet of the Apes from 1968. That'll be 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Tomorrow, Gilligan's Island will have a few episodes from season 3, sorry. Saturday, Rumblings from the Lab, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And Monday, we're doing the classic Lost in Space at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Thank you for having me on, Gorilla, and a special hello and to everyone in the chat. So good to see you all. You're very kind for having me on. Thank you, Bird.
Thank you. LDG.
Thanks for having me, Bird. Another great member stream. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Love you all. And I'll see you guys in the underground and possibly over on Rocks.
And thank you, LDG, for being your generous self and, doubling the memberships. It's not fun.
Yeah, thank you, Rox, for explaining all that 3D printer stuff.
Oh, no worries. That's what I'm here for.
Deej.
All I got to say is meet us over on Rock Solid stream here in about 10 to 15 minutes, where I will ask him the most embarrassing questions I can possibly come up with.
Go for it. Don't sing it. Bring it.
Sounds good to me. Okay, guys. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody who listens later. Obviously, you guys are all members. You are very dear and generous in my heart, and couldn't do this without your help. So thank you all. Hail Karoga. And thank you all for coming again.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Babylon 5 is superior.
All hail Deep Space Nine.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.